Hello and welcome back, my friends. Hambbage here, and delighted that you decided to drop on by and see what we've got going on in our sort of new Toehold on Eternity world. That's right. We've done this a fair dozen times, and this one feels pretty good to go. So, fingers crossed. This is the first time we're potentially going to go mix things up a little bit. Um, and we've got three needs or foci for this episode. Things that I'd like to get done, goals that can be set and measured. The first, we want to get food. Specifically, we want to get enough food to take us into caves, and I think that the means to do that is to get salmon if we can find a little pocket in our river system here. Next, we want to make this more secure because going outside right now, as we're about to, as you can see, we set up all our inventory stuff, is dangerous. Anything can be hanging out up on top of this little canyon here and drop right on our heads. So we're kind of presetting this goal a little bit in that we want to. Hey, we're a monster slayer or hunter. Our easy path here is to light this up a little bit. Get some light in the area so that things won't spawn over our head and drop down on top of us. And so we're doing this. This is kind of an in-between stopgap. The real goal there will be to raise up a vertical entrance to where we can come up here and then have that secured off enough so that there won't be anything waiting for us if we do go upward. So that's goal number 2. And then goal number 3 is to head down into a few of these different caves in the area and check them for iron. And so I kind of frame this in goals, and it's weird. It's a Saturday, not really the most natural setting for this. I was hoping that our little river here would connect in, but it seems maybe it stops. I don't know. Yep. Well, we know it comes close to home, so let's actually just go make a boat. I think we have enough wood. Let's make a river boat. Riverboat cruise. So yeah, talking about goals here. Something that a lot of folks that have already kind of been established in the world of business may be familiar with is a lot of times, your boss may come in and say, all right, depends on how the company is set up and, how organized or interested the management and leadership is in having some of those kind of things. The numbers are there and confirm for anybody who's looking at it. You become more efficient when, as an organization or a person or anything else, you're working to a purpose. You have something stated and can kind of align your efforts. That hey, this is why. I didn't do that. Um, I'm a little concerned here, guys. Okay. I thought the game was like panicking or something. I don't know why it kicked me out to the menu like that. Very strange. Okay, focus up. I'm like cruising the river talking about goals and stuff and not looking to see if there's any fish underneath. But that was unsettling. So anyway, I was talking a little bit about goals. Um, and it's something I used to work with quite closely in some of my role, and it's something that I can't remember if we've actually talked goals before, but I've certainly shared some of the ways that I approach, gameplay and a lot of other stuff that tie into that business world and can be a big help no matter what your career is. Goals are certainly one of those, and whether it's athletics, whether it's gaming, anything else. Okay, here's a couple fish at least. I don't know if this is going to be a hotbed of spawning them or not. Did bring our fancy orange bed along. It's good to see that. Guess we'll see if that refills back up by the time we return. We do get the fun of seeing how far this river goes as we head down it. A lot of clay, and I was kind of thinking maybe we got that big swamp that we toured through a little bit on the way here. I don't know if I can find my way back to it easily. Um, those are usually great sources of clay, and this river is just jammed with clay, which is nice. I was kind of thinking maybe using some clay in a build. Um, Old time's sake kind of stuff. We'll see. Take that with us and maybe go on foot for a bit. Ooh, there's a portal up there on the hill. Not gonna help us much in our food quest, but it's a good find. Well, this is unfortunate, guys. The salmon would be a huge bonus. More gravelly mountain, though. And remember, we'd seen some of that out. Hey, pants. Unbreaking gold helm. Not too worried about that right now. We may come back here. In fact, we'd like to, because I think if I hit that gold block with a stone stone pickaxe, that it will just break, maybe? I don't know that for certain. Ooh. Guessing that kind of cuts across and the river fills it in. I don't want the gravel to just drop us. Oh, come on, fish. Where you at? There you are. Alright, I see some there and some over there. So let's get after salmon. Get out of my head! I think he was trying to invade me with his calamari-laden tentacles. Um, So we're doing this kind of on the heels of having just done it in the last world, but since we're a ways off, let's first. Guess we can't sleep yet. Let's do this. That time I did hit escape, and I am noting. That Salmon River, and this is at negative 341 and 2211. What I did not do, I never noted our spawn. I hope we don't get lost, or not our spawn, our base that we've spent so long. Oh man, I haven't slept yet. We spent so long getting set up. Now it'll go away. All right. So now, hopefully, in a day of sword fishing, we can. You know what? You go away. Too many of these guys to not. Now, I don't know if squid affect how many or often the salmon spawn in here. I guess we can just. Take them all down. There's some more salmon, or at least in between. It's the worst that happens. We get some ink. In theory, I'm putting some wear on my diamond sword here. If we had iron, I would seriously consider swapping that out. Oh, there's a fish over there. Let's not waste them. So I can do this just to spare some wear and tear. Go clear all the grass with a rock instead of the sword. Tiny little difference, but I'm assuming it would add up over time. So anyway, we were idly talking a little bit about goals. If you haven't ever heard of it, I strongly recommend individually, or or if it's something that's offered at your job or school or anything else, read up or ask somebody about SMART goals. I guess maybe this will help, but let's see if I can remember it. SMART is an acronym for goals. It's been a while since I've looked at these. Specific, measurable, R is realistic. T is timely. A is. I'm trying to think of the right word. It's like. It's kind of aligned. That's not the word in the acronym, though. Or is it attainable? I think that's the realistic, though. I really think it's something to do with being. Um, oh, now it's bugging me. Hang on. Smart goals. I won't bother showing the whole thing. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant. So it's not realistic, it's relevant and time bound. I was reversing those, and that's why. So there you go. I had to look it up myself because it's been a long time since I've done that, and that's probably oh no, I'm in the wrong tab. I'm like looking at the other tab, like, oh, was I supposed to be working on that? No. I think the video is still uploading, and it was asking me if I wanted to move on to the next step while it was loading. Um, so when you're in the course of this, we talked about three goals, and if we wanted to make them smart, we'd say, well, our first goal was to get food, and I clarified then and said, I want to get salmon as food and enough to cover us through. So to make that smart, the first step is to make it specific. We want to get salmon for food. Awesome. That's a good food item. Here is a spot where it needs to go, and to make it measurable, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I want to get a stack of raw salmon. Now, in theory, I want to get two stacks, but that's not the priority. Um, so it's measurable. Do we have 64 at the most fundamental level? It's measurable um, because it is a number set specific goal of salmon. We want to get all 64 of them, and now we have. Yay! So clearly it was attainable too, right? That's where you solicit more feedback from others. If you're setting like a work goal, is it realistic for me? Or think the always quoted one is weight loss, right? So you can say I want to lose weight or I want to get in shape, but it's not specific and it's not measurable. You can have an idea of what getting into shape looks like, um, but you can't really measure that, and over time it is fleeting and goes away. Um, the way to make that measurable is to say I want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to um, change my BMI by a percent. It's something that is a tangible number. And for weight loss, it's handy. We have scales, and whether you're kilograms or pounds, you can set something that you want to very specifically and intentionally make that change. So I want to lose 10 pounds. Great. All right. Measurable, you can get on the scale and you can see it. Attainable. Now, if you only weigh 50 pounds, losing 10 pounds is probably not realistic or healthy. Um, but, if you're like me and you're over 200 pounds, losing 10 pounds is very attainable and something that, is um, probably very doable, but attainable. As with any fitness plan, if we're using that example, go check with a doctor or somebody that's reasonably fit. And hey, is this something that seems smart and healthy and all that? So is it attainable? Is it something that you can do? If um, if you're me and I'm over 200 pounds. I'm a little overweight, not as bad as I used to be, and I certainly do watch it, but there's always room to improve. And kind of coming out of the pandemic and all that, I wasn't as focused as I should have been. And after going out for dinner with my friends and all that, where I kind of, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy the experience and not worry so much about uh, the food that I'm eating. That was kind of the definition of you gotta prioritize things and what you, when you wanna be very focused on the fitness side, and when you know that hey, there's other things in life, and that's an opportunity and an experience, and it's okay to give yourself those along the way. So anyway, uh, big drop. Yeah, it doesn't like this door. So here we are, home sweet home, and we've got that goal of raw salmon. We can cook it up. Save those two as raw. That's some goodies to put in here. We used up some torches. Put those back as much as possible. And we got a couple gold bars. Hey, hey, hey. Pretty good stuff. And we got some snazzy gold pants. So now we are only boots away. I mean, we can swap these out pretty quickly, but not bad to have some fire prot. Oh, we're going. Did we already sleep? We did not. So let's do that. Um, so our first goal of the deal, we got a stack because that was the measurable part of salmon. We are now cooking it, so we're sub goals. We get all into that. You break big goals down into smaller ones. We need to get food. That food has to be cooked. We had to go gather fish, and if needed, we would have had to gather coal. But now we have both, cook them up, and then we'll have a healthy, nutritious food source for our later adventures. All very good and excellent work. Next up is our, we can kind of multitask as we're working on cooking that food. We also know that we want to securely have entry and egress from our base. So, phase 2, operation get in and out of the base. How many? 6 will do very nicely. Just right. All right, so here we have kind of expected that would happen. The beginnings of our foundation, and I don't know that we want to go too far with building on any of this stuff just yet. But having the foundation rectangle marked out isn't a terrible idea. So from here, we had the 1, this was kind of the wall, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the wall. One, 2, 10 should be to the outer wall again. And sighting along, because I missed over here. That's not great, but it's good that we know where we lined up. That. Second thought here, I know it said I was kind of thinking about just torches and leaving that open, but I think we were grateful there was that little hole that gave us a spot for iron and coal. Got a little bit of both. We're starting out there. All right. There. Oh, this side. Ooh, I don't think we're gonna quite get done with our dirt. Oh, food, wonderful food. Dun, dun, dun. And then there's that. Now, before we do something really dumb, we put up all these safety torches around the top. Would be kind of sad if we then had something drop down on our heads. We still have these few pieces of dirt. Let's use what little bit we do have. Now, next up, we can kind of bonus. Still cooking there. Let's take those. Keep a 5 of anything we do have. Seem to be still pretty well midday. Oh, I forgot the saplings. Oops. All right. So again, this is very organic and just kind of haphazard fall where they may stuff. We want just enough flowers to hopefully have one in range. Whenever we happen to have a sapling grow up. Now we need saplings. And yeah, it should, kind of spread those out, but hey, they were there. We don't need to transplant them necessarily. It's a pretty low chance, honestly, that we might get a bee. But now we'll go ahead and replant all saplings that we have. And scatter them out pretty good. For one thing, we don't have a ton of saplings gathered up. For another, it makes it easier to harvest them when you have more space in between. So there we go. We've now been responsible stewards of the land. We can enjoy this next piece of mutton. There's the sun. Couldn't find it for a bit. Let's go back and finish up at home. You know what? Let's spend this last little bit of time gathering up a bit of dirt. Long term, we'll thank ourselves for having done this. Scary sounds of skeletons under feet, I'm guessing, so I am watching a little bit for holes. Oh, and now that I've done it, oh man. Okay, now back to home. Oh, that sounded witchy. Don't like witchy sound. A little bit there. Okay. Now we go for a walk in the woods. Let's sync these two up. Get this one, and we'll go further this time. Just back into this forest, but not on our side of the river, maybe. We don't have to worry quite as much about replanting. I also still need to remember I haven't jotted down the coordinates of the base. I need to make a note of that so that once again, as I'm wandering out, I don't think we're so far that we'll be hopelessly lost here. We know. Honestly, I don't know which. So west, and the base is back to the north because the water's out there, and we just kind of came out across the river. I'm scratching an eyelid here to come up the hill. So what? I mean, literally, it's right down there. We're not too far, but it is something that if you get out and about and start getting turned around, you may wish you had at hand. So we'll do that eventually. So again, our goal here is securing that entry, and I think to do that, we're actually the dirt I've been filling in. We kind of want to replace, or at least right around the ladder, get a little bit of wood floor, maybe elevate it up a layer, because I'd like the house to be. Hey guys, I've got bones back at home for you. I'll get some of those soon. Want just enough to raise us up to a little platform that we can walk up to, but when we come up, we're up above the fray, and maybe some fence around the edge to keep mobs from getting to that ladder hole is the main deal. So we didn't need much. Let's go get those bones though. This is a bonus opportunity thanks to our doggy friends. Another little cave opening that we can go exploring here soon. The sugar cane that we transplanted seems to be taking root very well. So I'm just kind of thinking we'll have that up, which means we'll need another little set of ladders. No real problem there. Let's just go ahead and make all these into planks, and then a bunch of sticks, bunch of ladders, and let's do that much fence and that many oak gates. And now we don't have to jump up to our ladder. We can just walk up like a civilized person. Put that up onto the edge. We will raise this just a bit. And again, this, I'm not really counting this as floor for the base at all. I just want to have some security from neighborhood mobs. So nothing can get up to that height. Then boom, boom, boom. Something like that, maybe. Maybe. of those. So now, don't forget the gates though. So now, a little bit more effort for us to get in and out, but the trade-off is nothing else can come and just fall down that hole on its own. So I think well worth it. And it means that we come up here and can get a good look around. That might not, we can, check. I'm sure a creeper would love to hang out right there. Nice and safe and secure. So, goal number 1, food. Let's go check on that. Should be set now. Boom. Now stash away the mutton, and we got a couple of seeds that we've accumulated along the way. Just quick little sort of all that we did have. Let's nice and ready with torches again in very soon. We won't need to worry about torches as much when the new I think those are raindrops finally on my little vent cover. Been waiting for that. I think we need that. Should have left that in the river. I guess we'll store it for now. Ladders we definitely want to keep at hand, but stored safely away. And comically enough, we need stone. To make one more shovel. And let's just those, put that away there in case we need to pillar in and out of anything. Can't quite sleep. Alright, and that's taken us 44 minutes, so just in time. Goal 3. Goal 1 obviously crossed off the list. Specific, measurable, we covered. Attainable, it was. Relevant, we needed the food, so it was there. And timely, we were going to do it within the episode. Goal number 2. Make a secure entry to the thing. Specific, secure second access in and out of our basement base where monsters wouldn't be able to get us as easily as they would in a deep, dark gully. Measurable, did we do it? Attainable, certainly was, and as proof would have it, we've already done it. So it was very attainable. Relevant, yes indeedy. We certainly needed to be secure here, and timely. Again, we wanted it within the confines of our day. So good. Goal number 3, go into some of the neighboring mines, is I think what we said. Now that's it certainly is, but it's not very specific. Hey, did what we needed. We got some more iron. By itself, just exploring mines, not very specific. It's vague. It's not very measurable. But we had added in that we wanted to get enough iron to finish out our armor. And that becomes very measurable, very specific, right? We already had the shirt and hat, so we need 11 pieces of iron. Now, wink, wink, we want to do a lot better than that, but That gives it the measurable. Strictly in terms of a goal, we can clearly define the pieces of iron that we need to equip full iron armor. And this is quite a little cave system right here that we're finding. The rain seems to be getting steady. That's nice. Now, this is the potentially troublesome part. Hope this rain lasts more than 15 minutes. I'd love to go outside. I've kind of been waiting. I hope it cools it off because it was sitting like right about or just over indoor temperature. I was like, man, I want a rainy day when I can open up the windows and doors and just have a nice, nice open window, fresh air kind of day. And I think maybe we're going to get that for the evening. Even better. Wow. Well, we got that little bit of iron. No coal that we've seen yet. Oh, there's a piece. Let's maybe come back for it now. So you can't cook the iron without the coal, right? Now, we do have some back at the base, but we were under a stack having made more torches, so it all goes quick when we're first getting started, doesn't it? Really raining good now. Holding off here. I know we're a little short on our episode, but I would like to make that third goal of finding a little bit more iron to round out our equipment. All right, and I think we've gone all the way through there. Let's look first, because that water could give us a little bit of extra safety. Where did you come from? Sorry, I'm not equipped to deal with... Oh, I forgot about that iron. So we are good. Never mind. Wait, did we just not get it yet? Have we picked up any iron? Yeah, we got 8. Very confused. There's all the iron we need. Just want to line these out since they're kind of in my local neighborhood woods. Alright, how we doing on time? 49, we got 10 minutes, so we should be able to do all this and get back to the dripstone, but not go down into that lower level. We'll just keep clearing here, but I am, as we stated at the... I didn't make a very smart goal. I mean, it is, but our goal for the whole day, I said when I first started, was I just don't want to die today. I want to get through the day without losing the world. And want to be kind of extra careful of back that way because we didn't really explore it too much, and I'm worried that before we know it, somebody could try to sneak up from behind or above or anywhere else for that matter. It sounds like it is really coming down, but you never can tell. Like the chimney rain sound often, you think like, oh man, it's anybody got an arc I can borrow? And then You go out there and it's like, oh, it's just a pitter patter. Yeah, this was the part I was worried might have visitors coming up behind us. But, oh, just pays to be extra careful because whatever we do down below, I don't want a surprise spawn. Dropping down on top of us. Alright, there's all that. Again, extra worried about something walking off that edge. Last but not least, the first iron we saw. Oh, so good. Alright, let's run on back home. As well lock these off as we go by. Fancy new entrance here. We did get some more dirt too. Let's use that. See, these are the bonus stretch goals. Or not stretch, not, definitely not a stretch goal. Just bonus opportunities. Almost missed that. I guess we'll go around the way there. Oh, it's nice. And we're in. Cook quickly here. Load that up as much as possible. We've still got... Oh, we don't. Let's use these. Nice stack of torches. With enough to have a few in reserve. We can go back to the regular complement there. That. We'll keep those for tool making. You go away. You come out. Boots. There we go. We are officially armored up. And when we have enough cooked for pants, then we'll be... Oh, I forgot about the dogs. Do we still have time to do the dogs? If they're still there. Five minutes. Go. Do we need to sleep? Don't need to sleep. Go. Ow. Get. It's got a drawback. Oh boy. Sleep. Here, doggy, 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 doggies. There. One of them at least. Come here. Hey. Now show me your friends. Where are your friends? They're stuck under... Oh, hiding under a tree. Come here. Hey. Where you going? Wait, that's you. Where are your friends? Um, Game? Where's your friends? There were a few of you the last time. At least a couple. There. There. Oh, I tried to give you. You're not a cat. Look at him run away. He's like, what are you doing? Hey! Two doggy friends. You guys are awesome. There's another one. I don't want to leave you behind. Three doggy friends. Oh no. We're going to have so many dogs. Four doggy friends. Hey! You guys are awesome. Now, I don't know that I can name all of you. I'm sorry. Just telling you in advance. I don't want any hurt feelings. Four's a lot of dogs. That's a lot of responsibility. I would have been okay with two, honestly, because we'll want to have one more puppy, too. Oh, now we got barking dogs to deal with. Yes, you're all wet. Hey, this is going to be your home. Oh, look at y'all here. Awesome. Let's try to equip you. Hey, come here. Silly dogs. Now, if I go here, it's not F5. Oh. Look at that. We got a whole circle of dogs looking at me adoringly. They're probably licking their chops. I am part pig, you know. All right. 1, 2, 3, cheese. And one more cheese. All right. There's our stuff. Let's get out of funky view, pick up our beds. All right, you guys stay outside. Keep us safe. You know what? I think we'll kind of kick you all out a little bit. Create a perimeter. You guys can walk your own little butts over here. What? Sit down. Stay sitting. You, come here. Flea bag. What? Why do they only get the like bouncy butts? All right, so we got that cave to kind of deal with next because I think stairs will likely go off in that direction. And clearly, we got some caves and all this kind of surface activity tells me there will probably be lots more to deal with underneath. But we've had a heck of a full episode just now. All three of our big agenda items knocked off. 3 full goals. Couldn't have ended any better. And we got a bunch of stuff here. We'll make tools in the next one. I don't want to go too long. So yeah, it's been an absolute blast, guys. Food, safe entrance and exit of our base, and iron. So in the beginning of the next episode, we'll make up a pick and a spade at least, and kind of begin transition work, but more caving carefully to try to prepare for a stairway down. Um, and then I think in this one we'll just kind of bobble back and forth, more like we had in earlier worlds. Some farming, some or preparation for farming, and some of the rest. So I hear my phone ring in the background. Thank you guys. You are awesome. I'm going to try to catch that call and wish you guys a good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever. We'll see you the next time. Bye bye.